everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome to day 5 of the 2021 holiday card series. You guys, I broke my notebook. I needed to pick up some new cardstock for my favorite things, and they had launched their new kit, and I was like, I want it, I need it, so that's what we're using today. This is this card turned out way better than it did in my head. We're going to be making a gingerbread house with a cute little Santa hanging out of the chimneys. So it's going to be mostly die cutting. I'm going to walk you through every single step. So table and we'll get started. All right, friends, this is the stuffed Santa kit. I went to look on MFT website to see if it was still available, and it's not. They had a 20% off sale for Labor Day, so I'm going to guess that the kit sold out, but you can buy all of this separately. So I'm just using some wire snips that I picked up off Amazon to cut all of the dies apart. I am creating a gingerbread house, like I said, and I want Santa to be peeking out of the top of the chimney. So these dies actually cut out one of the images, but I am using them just to create a Santa's bottom and his legs and some feet. So I am using the milk chocolate cardstock, and I am cutting out everything of the house in this cardstock. And then for what is supposed to be probably snow or icicles, I'm actually going to use a white glitter cardstock for that. So the chimney embosses as it cuts, so it turns out really, really cute. I actually really love it. And then for the round window pane, I decided to go ahead and cut that out of the white cardstock. The white shimmer paper too. So this one took a little minute, but I actually had so much fun creating it. It's things like this that I just really enjoy. Just kind of thinking outside of the box, doing something that maybe you hadn't done before, or but you guys know I love gingerbread. Seriously, I love gingerbread. Love it, love it, love it. So all of these are going to go through my Gemini, and then once they come out, we're going to work on putting the house together. So I am just using some Tombow Mono liquid glue to get everything adhered. So I'm starting with the frosting for the main part of the house, and then I'm going to add the peak of the roof, and then I'm going to add the kind of the frame that goes on top of the peak of the roof. Technical. I'm not an architect, y'all. I'm a crafter. And here's the cute little chimney. Is that not just adorable? So I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of Tombow to get this adhered. Actually glue dots, excuse me. And then I'm going to add some washi tape on the back of it to kind of keep it there. I wanted this to stick out just a little bit more than what it normally would, again, so we have room to put Santa's pence. So it's going to look like he is sticking out of the chimney, mimicking the image in the stamp set. But again, we're not stamping. We are going to be stamping one of the sentiments because we're making a gift card holder. But as for the front of it, or for the images, it's just going to be die cuts. So I'm kind of measuring how much I need to cut off, where I need to cut off, and then I am going to cut down, I'm kind of cutting off the rounded white part that would go on the top of his boots, and I'm going to adhere that to each of the black boots, and then we're going to get those adhered to the pants. I probably could have skipped the white, and in fact, if I were to do this again, I'd probably skip the white. So I didn't want you to be able to see the pattern paper behind the house, so I went ahead and added just a piece of milk chocolate to the back of it. And this is what I'm talking about. I really didn't need the white. I think the black would have gotten the message across. But hindsight is 2020. I still love this card, but that would have made it not quite as tedious. But I do like the look of it. I mean, look at it. It looks so cute. It's so cute. I don't have another brown in my cardstock collection that I feel like would work for gingerbread. This may be a little bit darker, but I felt like I almost did it in craft, but I felt like craft was just a little too light for what I had in mind. I really wanted this dark and saturated. There you see me bringing in a fine line Sharpie just to kind of color in where I missed. So I've brought in some paper from MFT. I'm using the Very Merry paper pad, and then this is the mini gingham. It's either mini gingham or petite gingham. And I'm using some stitch rectangles from Pink and Main. I'm using the biggest 3 to cut out. So the mini gingham is going to be where our house is adhered, and then it's going to be adhered to the green word paper, and then all of that is going to go on the red and white stripe. I love, wait, which one's going to be first? Maybe I forgot. Oh, okay. The blue is going to be adhered to the red and white stripe, and then the background is the words. Y'all, I'm filming this voiceover at 1 a.m. and this is number 5. So I apologize. Hopefully not all of them will be this rambly or this scatterbrained. So once I get all of that done and all of it out of my Gemini, and I take all of them out of the dies, I'm going to go ahead and start assembly. I like to use washi tape to adhere my dies to my paper. Supposedly you don't have to do that when you use the magnets from the Gemini, but I never find that to be quite the case. So I just go ahead and use some washi tape. You can also use that purple tape, but to me that purple tape is expensive and not necessary. Okay, I believe this is Red Hot from MFT. I'm cutting this down to 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4.25. This is going to be our card base, and then I'm going to bring in a piece of white because I always bring in white for the inside of my card bases, and then we're going to get everything adhered. But I forgot. I wanted to make this a gift card holder. So this is a gift card holder die from Picket Fence. Yeah? Nope. Pink Fresh. Pink Fresh. There's too many P's. Pink Fresh Studio, and I was just trying to decide on what paper I wanted to use. So I decided for continuity, I would go ahead and use this gingham paper from the front. I only want the bottom of this. I don't feel like I need the whole entire top portion. It just cuts out your paper. And I didn't want to waste an entire sheet of pattern paper when I could use just this little bit. So it didn't get all of the little dots out. So I'm going to bring in a Tim Holtz Pokey tool to just kind of run it through there. If you have the brush, I think it's Sizzix that makes a brush tool where you can do this with the brush, but this was just as simple and just as quick. And how often do I get to say Pokey tool? Not very often. The Tim Holtz craft pick, excuse me, pardon me. So I'm going to get this folded. I'm using my Teflon bone folder that I picked up from Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and add a piece of white inside, and then I'm going to get here this gift card holder. So I've put in a Tom Thumb reward card because I don't have a gift card. Like I don't have a gift card. Who am I? How is that even possible? So I went ahead and added some liquid glue to the parts that needed to adhere to the card layer. And now we're going to work on the front. So again, this is from the Very Merry pattern paper from MFT. And this is in stock. I just looked because I completely forgot what it was called. And you guys know me. It wouldn't be a Misty card if I didn't mess up and needed to move things around. Luckily, I was able to smooth this back down and it didn't make a huge difference. So I'm going to adhere the layers flat, but I'm going to go ahead and bump up the house because it's already bumped up from not only the back of the window, but also from the chimney. So I'm going to adhere that at the bottom of that pattern paper, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring in some candies. I felt like it needed something. Like what did this need? And I felt like some kind of candy, some kind of embellishment would work. First, we're going to go ahead and do the sentiment. So I am using This Card is Stuffed with Love from the stamp set. And I am using a white embossing powder for this. And then I'm just going to heat this with my heat tool. And then I'm going to cut this down with my paper trimmer. You could use, if you had a rectangle die, you could use that. But to me, regular rectangle dies just don't make any sense to me. It's not something I feel like I want to invest in, but that doesn't mean you can't invest in it. So I think Leslie is the one that sent me this little bag of goodies. These are clay embellishments. They're little clay peppermints, and I pulled out the red and white ones because I didn't want to add any more color to this. Clearly my color changed from where it was. And I apologize for my phone in the bottom left, but I normally watch YouTube while I'm crafting, and I happen to be watching Bailey Sarian. I never thought I would watch her because true crime doesn't interest me in the least bit, but she is hilarious, and she's just captivating and engaging, and I can just turn her on and listen. It's not something that I have to pay attention to. So in order to get those adhered, I used my pickup stick from Silhouette and some glue dots, and that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really love this card. It was a little time consuming, but it didn't take me more than probably 30 or 45 minutes, which to me is not that bad when you're doing that much die cutting. And this is perfect for someone who you want to give a gift card to. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you. Let me know what you think of this card in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next week for more cards in my 2021 holiday card series. Bye for now.